So here first lace gets completed, and nextly we are going to begin with another tape lace. That will be the pattern for the lace 2, and while we are going to create the lace 2, simultaneously we are also going to join it with the lace 1. So keep lace 1 nearby, and while we'll be working the lace 2, we'll be joining it with the lace 1 with these loops that are extended here on the side of this lace. So simultaneously the two laces will be joined together. So keep the beginning portion of your lace nearby only. So here to begin the lace 2, work a slip knot and then work 22 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just keep counting till you have a total of 22 chains worked. See, I have worked all my 22 chains. And nextly, skip 3 chains from the hook, yarn over and insert the hook into the 4th chain. Pull up a loop and work 1 double crochet. Then yarn over, work 1 more double crochet into the same chain below. We are creating a shell here. 3 double crochets are worked, including first chain 3 also as a DC. Then work 1 chain, then yarn over, work 3 more double crochets into the same chain below. 1, 2 and 3. So at this end we have created a shell. Nextly, work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and skip 3 chains below after the shell, 1, 2 and 3. Now insert the hook into the 4th chain, pull up a loop and work 1 single crochet here. Simple. Now work 2 chains, 1 and 2, and skip 1 chain below into the next chain, work 1 single crochet. Again work 2 chains, skip 1 chain below into the next chain ahead, work 1 single crochet. Again work 2 chains, skip 1 chain below into the next chain, work 1 single crochet. Work 2 chains again, skip 1 chain below into the next chain ahead, work 1 single crochet. Work 2 chains again, skip 1 chain below into the next chain ahead, work 1 single crochet. See, here we have created 5 loops with this chain 2 spaces here, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now on this end work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and skip all the chains here, and in this 4th chain, that is the last chain here, yarn over and insert the hook and work a shell in this last chain as well. So work 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3. Then work 1 chain, then work 3 more double crochets into the same chain below. 1, 2 and 3. So here we first worked 22 chains, then we skipped 3 chains into the 4th one. We created this shell with 3 DC, chain 1, 3 DC. Then we worked 3 chains, skipped 3 chains below. Into the 4th chain we worked 1 single crochet. Then we worked 2 chains, skipped 1 chain. Into the next chain we worked 1 single crochet. Then worked 2 chains, skipped 1 chain. Into the next one we worked 1 single crochet. Like that we repeated 5 times. And then on this end, after the last single crochet, we worked 3 chains, skipped 3 chains, and in the last chain we created a shell just like the beginning shell here. Then for the row 2, work 5 chains here. This is our turning chain 5. Then turn the work and yarn over. In the shell below, in its chain 1 space, work 3 double crochets. We are working a shell into the shell. Then work 1 chain and then work 3 more double crochets into the same chain 1 space of the shell below. So we created a shell atop the shell here, and nextly work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and see, after this first chain 3, skip this first chain 3, yarn over, and in this first chain 2 space here, insert the hook and work 9 double crochets. 1, 2, we'll be creating a popcorn or big bobble later. So just work 9 double crochets into this chain 2 space below. then pull that loop up. Now insert the hook beneath the 2 loops of the first double crochet from front to back and then into this stretched up loop. Tighten it all up, pull this loop from beneath the 2 strands of the first DC, then work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3. Then into the next chain 2 space here, work 1 single crochet, right? Then work 2 chains and into the next chain 2 space after the single crochet here, work 9 double crochets, 1, 2, just keep counting, work 9 double crochets. Will be creating a bobble with this 9 DCs. Having worked 9 double crochets, work a popcorn or a big bobble the same way we have been creating till now. Then work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3. Now into the next chain 2 ahead here after the single crochet, work 1 single crochet, then work 2 chains, 1 and 2, then yarn over into the next chain 2 space here, again create 9 double crochets. We'll be creating the third bobble here. Now pull that loop up and work a big bobble the same way we have already done. Then work 1 chain tightly, and on that side we had worked 3 chains, so after that work 3 more chains, 1, 2 and 3. And skip the next chain 3 below, and we have a shell ahead, so yarn over into the chain 1 space of the shell below, just work 1 shell with 3 double crochets, chain 1 and 3 double crochets. This is what we have created. This is the row where we have created 3 bobbles, and in this very row we'll be creating a join between the 2 laces. So bring that lace one nearby, and now we'll be working in its first loop. We'll be skipping this first row, and in this second row here, after the second row we have this loop, we'll be joining these 2 pieces together here. So then after the row 2 completion, work 2 chains here, then into this first loop that is showing up, just work 1 single crochet around it like this, then work 2 more chains, 1 and 2, and turn the work. So you'll have to keep lace 1 all along with it. And then we have a shell ahead, so yarn over and into the chain 1 space of this shell in lace 2, work a shell. So then work 3 double crochets, chain 1 and 3 double crochets. Simple. After creating the shell, see how neatly the 2 pieces are joined. Now after the shell, work 4 chains, 1, 2, 3 and skip this chain 3 below, and after this bobble, see here we have this chain 2 space. In this space work 1 single crochet, then work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, skip the next single crochet ahead, and in the next chain 3 space here work 1 single crochet, then work 3 chains again, 1, 2 and 3, and after the bobble in the next chain 2 space ahead here work 1 single crochet, then work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and after the single crochet in this chain 3 space ahead work 1 single crochet. Simple. So here we have created 3 loops of chain 3 each, and on this side again work 4 chains, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and see we have a shell ahead. Yarn over in the chain 1 space of the shell ahead, work a shell. So work 3 double crochets, chain 1 and 3 double crochets in the shell below in its chain 1 space, right? So this is what we have created. This is the wrong side, and we have joined it once with the lace 1. Then work 5 chains, the turning chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and turn the work. We're beginning with the next row, so yarn over and in the shell below in its chain 1 space again create a shell. So work 3 double crochets, chain 1 and 3 double crochets here. A shell is created here. Then work 4 chains, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and see, after this chain 4 we have this first chain 3 loop. So yarn over, and in this chain 3 loop work 9 DCs. We are going to work a bobble here, so just work 9 double crochets here. Having worked the 9 DCs, work a bobble with this 9 DCs the same way. Then work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and into the next chain 3 space ahead here after the single crochet. In this space work 1 single crochet, then work 2 chains, 1 and 2, and yarn over in the next chain 3 space after the single crochet. Here work 9 double crochets again. We'll create a bobble with this 9 double crochets. Having created the 9 DCs here, work a bobble with this 9 DCs just created. Simple. Now work 1 chain tightly and then work 4 more chains, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and yarn over, skip the next chain 4 ahead. In the shell below here, in its chain 1 space, create a shell. So then work 3 double crochets, chain 1 and 3 double crochets in the shell below. Now we are on this side and we are nextly going to join it with the lace one. So then work 2 chains, and in the next loop that is showing up around it like this, simply work 1 single crochet. Then work 2 chains, 1 and 2. Now turn the work. We'll go for the next round. So here we have got 2 joins till now. Yarn over, and in the shell ahead, in its chain 1 space, create a shell. Having created the shell, work 4 chains here, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and see, after this chain 4 and this bobble, in this chain 2 space here work 1 single crochet. Then work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, skip the next single crochet ahead, and in the next chain 3 space here work 1 single crochet. Then work 4 chains, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and yarn over. We have a shell ahead. Across this chain 4 work a shell into it. Here working the shell, just work 3 double crochets into the chain 1, then work 1 chain, then work 3 more double crochets into the chain 1 of the shell below, right? This is how it looks. This is the wrong side of this pattern, and then work 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Row 6 begins here, and this is the right side of our work. Yarn over, in the shell ahead work a shell. So then work 3 double crochets, then work 1 chain, then work 3 more double crochets into the chain 1 space of the shell below, right? Having created the shell, work 4 chains, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and see, after this chain 4 we have this chain 3 space between the 2 bubbles here. Work 9 double crochets into this chain 3 space. We are going to create a bobble here. So just work 9 double crochets into this chain 3 space below. Then pull that loop up, insert the hook beneath the 2 strands of the first double crochet, then through that pulled up loop, tighten it all up, pull the stretched up loop beneath the 2 strands of the first double crochet, then put 1 chain tightly, then work 4 more chains. A total of 5 chains we have worked after the bobble. Then skip this chain 4 below, and we have a shell ahead. Yarn over, work a shell into this shell. So work 3 double crochets, chain 1 and 3 double crochets into the chain 1 space of the shell below. Right? This is how it looks. Nextly we are on this side, the right side facing up. Nextly we are going to join it with the loop on the lace one, the next loop that is showing up. So work 2 chains, and here around this chain 5 in the lace one work 1 single crochet. Then work 2 chains, 1 and 2, and turn the work. Simple. Again we have a shell here. Work a shell into the chain 1 space of the shell below. This is row 7 that has begun. Having worked the shell, work 4 chains, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we have this bubble here. At the center of this bubble, insert the hook like this. Pull up a loop and work 1 single crochet atop it like this. Then work 4 chains, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and yarn over. Skip the next chain 4 ahead into the shell ahead. In its chain 1 space, just create a shell. Work 3 double crochets, chain 1 and 3 double crochets into the chain 1 space of the shell below. This is how it looks, perfectly neatly joined. Then work 5 chains. This is the turning chain 5. We have begun with the row 8. Work 5 chains and turn the work. Again yarn over. We have a shell and we have a shell here. Just work 3 double crochets, chain 1 and 3 double crochets into the chain 1 space of the shell below. And then work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, yarn over. Skip all the mid section here and in this next shell ahead, insert the hook and work a shell into this shell below. So work 3 double crochets, chain 1 and 3 double crochets. This is how it looks. And now we have a next loop on the lace one to which we will join. So work 2 chains and in this next loop ahead in the lace one, around it work 1 single crochet like this. Then work 2 chains, 1 and 2 and turn the work. We have begun with the row 9. Yarn over into the next shell ahead. In its chain 1 space, work a shell. So work 3 double crochets, chain 1 and 3 double crochets in the shell below. This is how it looks, perfectly joined at 4 points, so neatly. This is the wrong side showing up. Then work 1 chain and we have chain 3 here. In the second chain, in the row below, insert the hook, yarn over, insert the hook, pull up a loop, work 1 double crochet. Then work 1 chain, then yarn over, work 1 more double crochet into this second chain below. A V-stitch is created. Then work 1 chain, then yarn over into the shell ahead, again create a shell. So work 3 double crochets, chain 1 and 3 double crochets into the chain 1 space of the shell below. Row 9 ends here. This is how it looks. Now work the turning chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and turn the work. Row 10 has begun. Again yarn over and see, this is how it looks on the front. We have here 9 rows got completed till now. Then yarn over, we have a shell ahead into its chain 1 space, again create a shell. The same way we have been doing it. Having worked the shell, work 2 chains, 1 and 2 and see we have a V-stitch here, yarn over into the chain 1 space of the V-stitch, work a V-stitch. So work 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet into the chain 1 space of the V-stitch below. Then work 2 chains, yarn over into the next shell ahead, work a shell. So then work 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, then work 1 chain and then work 3 more double crochets into the chain 1 space of the shell below. A shell is created. This is how this shape is coming and the 2 laces are being joined simultaneously. Then work 2 chains. We're going to join with the next loop ahead in the lace 1. So around this chain 5 on the lace 1, work 1 single crochet, then work 2 chains and turn the work. Row 11 has started here. Yarn over into the next shell ahead in its chain 1 space, create a shell. Then work 3 chains. 1, 2 and 3, yarn over into the V-stitch here in its chain 1 space, work 1 double crochet, then work 1 chain, then yarn over, work 1 more double crochet into the chain 1 space of the V-stitch below. A V-stitch is created atop a V-stitch. Then work 3 chains, then yarn over into the shell ahead in its chain 1 space, just create a shell. So work 3 double crochets, chain 1 and 3 double crochets into the chain 1 space of the shell below. Row 11 gets completed here. Work the turning chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and turn the work. right side of our work is showing on. Then for the row 12, yarn over into the next chain 1 space of the shell below, work a shell. 3 double crochet, chain 1 and 3 double crochet into the chain 1 space of the shell below. Then work 3 chains and yarn over in this chain 1 space of the V-stitch ahead. Here, insert the hook and work 3 double crochets. We are going to create a shell here. So work 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, then work 1 chain, then yarn over, work 3 more double crochets into the same space below, 1, 2 and 3. So we have kind of created the same shell at the center here atop this V-stitch. Then work 3 chains here, then yarn over, we have a shell ahead. So into this shell in its chain 1 space, just create a shell. 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet into the chain 1 space of the shell below. This row gets completed here. This is how it's coming up. Then we have to join it with the next loop on the lace 1. So work 2 chains. Row 13 will begin after that. Around this chain 5, turning chain 5, the lace 1, work 1 single crochet, then work 2 chains. Then turn the work, row 13th has begun. Yarn over in the shell ahead, in its chain 1 space, create a shell. So work 3 double crochets, chain 1 and 3 double crochets. A shell is created. Then work 3 chains. This is the wrong side. And now yarn over and in this chain 1 space of the shell at the center here, work 7 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 7 double crochets are worked in the chain 1 space of the shell below. Then work 3 chains. Then yarn over, skip the next chain 3 in the shell ahead in its chain 1 space, create a shell. Work 3 double crochets, chain 1 and 3 double crochets into the chain 1 space of the shell below. Row 13 gets completed. Then work turning chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and turn the work. We'll begin with the row 14 here. So yarn over in the next shell ahead, in its chain 1 space, create a shell. Then work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and nextly we are going to yarn over twice. We are going to work triple crochets. So insert the hook across this chain 3, insert the hook atop the first double crochet and work 1 triple crochet like this. Then work 1 chain, yarn over twice, into the next DC below, insert the hook, work 1 triple crochet. Chain 1, yarn over twice. Again, into the next DC below, insert the hook, work 1 triple crochet. Chain 1, yarn over twice, into the next DC below, just work 1 triple crochet the same way. Then work 1 chain, yarn over twice, into the next DC below, work 1 triple crochet. Then work 1 chain, then yarn over twice into the next double crochet below, work 1 triple crochet. Then work 1 chain the last time here, yarn over twice, and we have this last DC here in the row below. Atop it, just work 1 triple crochet. This is what we have created. And then work 3 chains here, 1, 2 and 3 and yarn over. See, we have this shell ahead. Into this chain 1 space of the shell, just work a shell. So work 3 double crochets, chain 1 and 3 double crochets in the chain 1 space of the shell below. Row 14 gets completed here, and see, we have this next loop showing up in the lace 1. So we'll just be connecting the 2 pieces together. So work 2 chains and work 1 single crochet around this next turning chain 5 on the lace 1. Then work 2 chains and turn the work. Row 15 of the lace 2 has begun. Now yarn over, we have a shell. Into this shell, create the shell with 3 DCs, chain 1 and 3 DCs. See, this is how it looks, and we have 7 joins worked till now, and nextly we are going to go for the row 15. So after this, work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and see, skip this next chain 3 and the triple crochet, and in this chain 1 space here after the triple crochet, insert the hook and work 1 single crochet here. Then work 2 chains, 1 and 2, skip the next triple crochet, into the next chain 1 space ahead, work 1 single crochet. Work 2 chains, 1 and 2, skip the next triple crochet, into the next chain 1 space, work 1 single crochet. Then work 2 chains, skip the next triple crochet, into the next chain 1 space, work 1 single crochet. Then work 2 chains, 1 and 2, skip the next triple crochet, into the next chain 1 space, work 1 single crochet. Then work 2 chains, skip the next triple crochet, into this last chain 1 space ahead, work 1 single crochet. See here we have created 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 loops of chain 2 each. Now on this end work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, then yarn over into the shell. So here in this chain 1 space of the shell, just create a shell here. This is how it looks. Then for the next row, simply work turning chain 5 and turn the work and go ahead with the next row as we do usually. So here let's have a look. See, this is what we have created till now. We have 7 joins, neat and clean work between the 2 laces. And see here we have worked a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15 rows till here. And row 2 till row 15 is our pattern repeat for the lace 2. Just remember this much. The way we have worked row 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15 till here. Again, see on this side, this is row 2 and this is row 15, the last row that we have just worked, and simultaneously we have been joining it with the lace 1 on this edge in its turning chain 5. So see here the bobble row which has 3 bobbles. This is our row 2 and the last row that we have just worked is row 15, and the row 16 will be just like row 2. So we are going to work 3 bobbles nextly. So just remember, see, this is row 2 and this is row 15 that we have just worked. Row 2 to row 15 is the repeat for lace 2. This is row 2, have a clear recognition of this, and this is row 15. And just keep repeating row 2 to row 15 over and over, and simultaneously keep joining it with this chain 5 loops on this edge of lace 1 to keep the 2 joined, and lace 2 will be worked. See here, I'm going to end the lace 2. I've reached the end of lace 2 and I'm going to end it here in this 5th row. We have the shell, chain 3, a shell in the center, chain 3 and then a shell again. So this is our row 5, and then after this 3rd DC we are not going to join the 2 laces together. Rather, after this 3rd shell, the 3rd DC, the 3rd shell, I'll simply here put a knot and cut the thread and secure it. And on the back side, secure this loose end as well neatly. Always remember, lace 1 and lace 3 will end the same way, while lace 2 and lace 4 end the same way. See, I have already explained how to change coloring in this lace 1, and in this first row or this 15th row, after completing this 14th row in the turning chain 5 here, after completing this 14th row in the turning chain 5 of the 15th row, I change the color. And I have here worked 1 pineapple and 2 pineapples here, and this is a total of 28 rows. So I worked 2 pineapples, that is 28 rows. And then again here comes this row 1, which is row 15. So then again I changed the color here only. Right, so because I wanted to keep this lace on the same levels when I'm changing the color, as you can see, this is the same level. So here let's see which is this row. This is lace 4, which is just like lace 2. And so here in lace 4, this is our 8th row, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. See, this is 13th row, and after the 13th row in this turning and joining chain 5, I had changed the color. So from 14th row, I have worked with another shade. I'm talking in terms of lace 2, and then I have covered 28 rows, and before this next 14th row in this, after ending this 13th row here, see, I have changed the color in the next turning chain after completing the 13th row here. So this is how I have worked in my shawl. A total of 28 rows on both the sides I have covered, and in both the laces number of rows is different. In this shawl, what I have done, see, this is the beginning first two pineapples, so I just work them with yellow color here, and then third and fourth pineapple I have worked with purple, then fifth and sixth with yellow, and again here comes seventh and eighth with purple, and then ninth and 10th with yellow. So, and according to this lace one, I have here put the color in the fourth row in the equal level row here, in the equal level row here, like that, right? So just keep that much in mind if you want to work it like me. Otherwise, if you simply want to work one pineapple with one color, then again another pineapple with one color, like that, one pineapple with one color, another pineapple with one. So just keep in mind that it has to be this first row. See, here this is a first row. So after this 14th row, in whichever lace you are, just recognize this is the last 14th row, after which we work this 15th row, that is the first row. So here after 14th row in the turning chain, you can change the color. So here you can simply work different pineapples in different colors. So see here the way we have changed it. So after the 14th in the turning chain 5, I have changed the color. Then I worked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is 14 and this is 15. So till 14 you can keep one color, and then after 14 change the color in this turning chain and then go for another pineapple. Like that you can work different pineapples in different colors in whichever lace you're working. So this is all about changing colors. If you want to work it like me, I have already explained, and if you want to work every pineapple in different shade, or you want to change colors frequently but you'll have to take this entire pineapple, of course, then it will look beautiful. So what you have to do, just recognize this. So you want to work one pineapple in one shade, then after this last 14th row in the turning chain, just change the color. Then here will come your next color, and then in this turning chain after this change the color. Like that you can go ahead and change colors. So here all our laces get completed and get beautifully joined. I have entered this fourth lace here as well, and having completed it in this fifth row, I'm ending it here, and we already have this yarn joined at the end of this lace, and we're going to work a very simple border around the width here. That will be a border of chains, the first border on the width side. So let's get ahead with that. It's a simple border where we'll be creating simply loops. So work one chain and turn the work, and here in this very first DC, insert the hook, pull up a loop and work one single crochet like this. Now work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3. Now skip the 2 DCs below. At the center of the shell in this chain 1 space, work one single crochet. Right, work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, skip the 3 DCs. In the third DC atop it here, insert the hook, pull up a loop and work one single crochet. Simple. So we are creating chain 3 loops. Now work 3 chains, again 1, 2 and 3, skip the next chain 3 below, and across it here in the first DC atop it, insert the hook, work one single crochet. Then work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3. At the center of this shell in this chain 1 space, work one single crochet. This is what we are creating in the row 1 of the border on this side of the shawl. Then work 3 chains, skip the 3 DCs. At the top of the third DC here, work one single crochet. Now we have this chain 3 again, work 3 chains, skip the 3 chains, and atop the first DC of the next shell, work one single crochet. Work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3 at the center of the shell. In the chain 1 space, work one single crochet. So here, after working this chain 3 and single crochet, work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and in this third DC ahead, at the top of it, insert the hook, work 1 single crochet like this. And now see, we have this shell ahead. So to fix this, work 4 chains, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and skip all this. In this, at the top of this first DC of this next shell, work 1 single crochet like this. So this is taken care of like this. It looks complete now. So this way we have joined the 2 laces as well. So this is how you have to go about it, right? And after working the single crochet, again here work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3. Skip the DCs. At the center of the shell, work 1 single crochet, then work 3 chains. Skip the DCs. At the top of the third DC, work 1 single crochet. Now we have this kind of ending of the row. This is our row 3, and so here we'll just work the same pattern. So work 4 chains, and then in the single crochet at the center, work 1 single crochet, then work 4 chains, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and across this chain 4 here in this first DC atop it, insert the hook, work 1 single crochet like this. This is how we're going to go about such laces. Then work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3. At the center of the shell in the chain 1, work 1 single crochet, work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3. And at the top of the third DC ahead, work 1 single crochet. So then see, we have this chain 5 loop as well here, and we want to take care of this loop, and then we have a shell ahead. We want to join the 2 laces as well. So here in this chain 5, in the first chain work 1 slip stitch loosely, and in the second chain also insert the hook, work a slip stitch loosely like this. And nextly we're going to join the 2 shells. So work 4 chains, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and across all this at the top of this third DC of the shell, insert the hook, work 1 single crochet. So this way it looks complete, and the 2 laces have been taken care of like this. Then work 3 chains, and at the center of this shell here, work 1 single crochet, chain 3 again. At the top of the third DC ahead, work 1 single crochet, work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3. Skip the chains. At the top of the first DC ahead, work 1 single crochet, work 3 chains again. At the center of the shell in the chain 1 space, work 1 single crochet, chain 3 again. At the top of the third DC ahead, insert the hook, work 1 single crochet like this. Then work 3 chains. Skip the chain 3. At the top of the next DC, work 1 single crochet. Then work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3. At the center of the shell in the chain 1 space, work 1 single crochet. Then work 3 chains. Skip the DCs. At the top of the third DC of the shell, work 1 single crochet like this. And again we have these 2 laces. This is the second and the first lace, and we want to join them as well while working the chain border. So here then, after the single crochet, work 4 chains, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and at the top of the first DC of the next lace here, insert the hook and work 1 single crochet. The 2 laces are joined well. Now work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3. At the center of the shell of the chain 1, work 1 single crochet, chain 3 again, 1, 2 and 3. And at the top of the third DC ahead, work 1 single crochet, and see, we have this kind of ending of the lace 1. So again work 4 chains here, 1, 2, 3, 4, the way we did in the lace 2. At the center of the single crochet, work 1 single crochet, work 4 chains again, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And at the center in the first DC ahead, work 1 single crochet, then work 3 chains. At the center of this shell in the chain 1, work 1 single crochet, then work 3 chains. At the top of the third DC here, work 1 single crochet like this. So all our laces are joined well. At the same time, we have worked a border of chains. See, the chains are created on this width side, ending side of the shawl. And we'll be working in these loops that we have just created, and we'll be working a simple border atop it nextly. So nextly we are going to work a simple thin border atop it. We already have the single crochet here, So then, to begin the next row, turn the work, and here around this chain 3, insert the hook, pull up a loop, work a slip stitch to reach there. Now work 4 chains, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and now we are going to work triple crochet cluster. So yarn over twice, then insert the hook around this chain 3, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the first next 2 loops. So we have this triple crochet worked halfway, yarn over twice again. Here first chain 4 counts as a triple crochet. Yarn over twice, again insert the hook around the chain 3, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. Keep the last loop on the hook only. Yarn over twice again, insert the hook around the chain 3, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. So we have here 4 triple crochets half worked, counting first chain 4 also as a triple crochet. Then yarn over, pull through all the loops on the hook. This is a 4 triple crochet leaf or cluster. Now after this leaf, now work 8 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Having worked 8 chains, yarn over twice again into the same chain 3. Again we'll create this leaf here only, working 4 triple crochets halfway and then ending them together. So insert the hook around the chain 3 the same way, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through first 2 loops, then yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. Keep the last loop on the hook, yarn over twice again, 1 triple crochet worked halfway, work 1 more triple crochet halfway the same way, yarn over, pull through first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through first 2 loops, 2 triple crochets worked halfway, right? Work 1 more triple crochet halfway, so yarn over twice, insert the hook around this chain 3, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, the next 2 loops, right? Again yarn over twice, insert the hook around this chain 3, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. So here we have 4 triple crochets worked halfway, then yarn over, pull through all the loops. So we have a 4 triple crochet cluster, or we'll be calling it as a leaf. A leaf is created. So here in this chain 3 we worked a leaf, then we worked 8 chains, and then we worked 1 more leaf into the same chain 3, right? A simple pattern, 2 leaves separated by 8 chain space in the same chain 3. Then skip the next chain 3 and we are going to work into this chain 4 that is next to it. So yarn over twice, again we'll create this leaf cluster. So insert the hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over twice, again work 1 triple crochet halfway the same way, yarn over twice, work the 3rd triple crochet halfway the same way, yarn over twice, work the 4th triple crochet halfway the same way, then yarn over, pull through all the loops, 4 triple crochet cluster is created like this. Now work 8 chains, see, we'll be creating the same pattern here. So work 8 chains, then yarn over twice and create 1 more leaf or 4 triple crochet cluster in the same chain 4 below. So yarn over twice and create 1 more leaf here, work 1 triple crochet halfway, then yarn over twice, work the 2nd triple crochet halfway, then yarn over twice, work the 3rd triple crochet halfway, then yarn over twice, work the 4th triple crochet halfway, right? So here then yarn over, pull through all the loops, 1 more leaf is created. So we have created this leaf separated by 8 chain gap here. Then skip the next chain gap, whatever it is, be it chain 4 or chain 3, and in the next chain gap or next chain space ahead, again create the same structure here. So yarn over twice and work 4 triple crochet cluster the same way, 2, 3 and 4, and then yarn over, pull through all the loops, one leaf is created with 4 triple crochets, then work 8 chains, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. Then again we'll create a leaf in the same chain space below in which we created this leaf. So again work a 4 triple crochet cluster, 1 2 3 and 4. Then pull through all the loops. So here see, we worked, let's sum it up. We worked 4 chains in the beginning, then created a 3 triple crochet cluster, then 8 chain and 4 triple crochet cluster in the same chain 3. We skipped the next chain gap and created the same structure in the next chain gap. Then we left the next chain gap, and in the next chain gap ahead we worked this leaf structure. Again leave one space, and into the next space ahead work the same leaf structure. 2 leaves separated by chain 8, then leave the next chain gap, and into the next one work the same leaf pattern. Likewise, just carry on working the leaf structures into every alternate chain gap till you reach the end. So nextly, we have, see, I have created this leaf with 8 chain spaces all till the end, and here we already have a yarn joined. After having created this, we are going to go for the row 3 of this border. That's a very simple row of single crochets. So then here turn the work like this, and here in the same place atop this leaf, insert the hook in the space, pull up a loop and work 1 single crochet at the top of this leaf here. Now around this 8 chains we are going to work single crochets. So around the 8 chain space work 4 single crochets, 1 2 3 and 4. Now work 3 chains, 1 2 and 3. Work a picot at the top of this 4th single crochet using the chain 3 like this. Then again work 4 more single crochets into the same 8 chain space below, 1 2 3 and 4, right? This is what we have created in this 8 chain space. Now between these 2 leaves, see, we have the space showing up here. Insert the hook into this space, pull up a loop, work 1 single crochet here as well. This is the pattern we're just going to repeat over and over in this row. Again in this next 8 chain space work 4 single crochets, 1 2 3 and 4. Now work 3 chains, 1 2 and 3, and work a picot with this chain 3 just created. Again work 4 single crochets into the same 8 chain space below, 1 2 3 and 4, right? Now between the next 2 leaves, so here in this 8 chain space we created 4 single crochet, a picot and 4 single crochet. Between these 2 leaves we have the space, work a single crochet here as well. So this is the pattern that we are going to repeat into every 8 chain space ahead, and between every 2 leaves we are working 1 single crochet all till the end. Just keep working this pattern till you reach the end. So here I have worked this row 3 of the border all along this width, the end of the shawl, and I've reached the end, just last 8 chain to go. So just we'll be working it together and ending it together. So around this 8 chain space again work 4 single crochets the same way, 1 2 3 and 4. Then work 3 chains as usual, work a picot with this 3 chains that are just created, then work 4 more single crochets into the same 8 chain space below, 1 2 3 and 4. And now to end this row here, see, we have this leaf here. At the top of it, in the space here, insert the hook, pull up a loop and work 1 single crochet. Remember, we worked 1 single crochet at the beginning of this row also, and here also we have worked 1 single crochet. Put a knot, cut the thread, secure the loose end really well, put a tight knot and secure this loose end at the back side of this shawl here neatly. So here we have our 3rd row of the border also done, and see how beautiful it looks. So here, this is the beginning width side of a shawl. See, this is the first lace. We began working with this lace. Then this is the second lace. It went like this. Here is the third lace. And we have this fourth lace. And all the four laces are perfectly joined together. And nextly, we're going to work. This is the right side of the shawl. And we are simply going to work the border row 1, the simple chain border on this edge. This side of the width as well, I have taken this thread, and here see we have this inverted shell. So in this first DC, at the top of this DC, at the inverted top of this DC, see here I'm going to tie my thread. So insert the hook and just draw the loop of the thread and secure it with a knot tightly, and we'll begin working from here. A simple chain border, the border row 1 on this width side. Now take up the loop on the front side and work 1 chain. So here, after working 1 chain, insert the hook into the same space again, pull up a loop and work 1 single crochet. Just follow this row with me and you will be through. Now we have this length of the DC, see? So work 3 chains, and nextly we'll work in this chain in which this shell is created. So work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and see we have this inverted shell, the chain in which it is created. Just insert the hook into this and work 1 single crochet like this. This is how it looks, right? Then work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3. We have chain 3 gap here. So at the center of this chain 3 or in the second chain here, insert the hook, pull up a loop, work 1 single crochet. Simple. We have 2 loops created. Now work 3 chains again, 1, 2 and 3, and see we have another shell, that is the inverted shell, and in the chain in which this shell is created, just insert the hook at the base of it to work 1 single crochet, right? Now we have this last DC of the shell, so work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and at the top of this last DC, around it, you can simply insert the hook around this last DC of the shell and work 1 single crochet like this. So here from this corner we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 loops are generated till now. And after having created this, see we have this shell of the next lace. So we want to fill this gap and join the 2 shells. So here work 7 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and then across all this in this around this first DC of this inverted shell. I hope you're getting my point. This is an inverted shell of the second lace. Around the first DC here like this, work 1 single crochet like this. The 2 get joined. Then work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and see in the chain in which this inverted shell is worked, insert the hook into this chain and work 1 single crochet. Simple. Now nextly we have this chain 3 space ahead. We'll work in that. So work 3 chains, and at the center of this chain 3 work 1 single crochet like this. 2 laces get joined now. So then here, after having created chains till here, now work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and see we have this bobble here, the big bobble. So across this bobble, see we have this single crochet here. So the chain in which the single crochet is worked, the chain below it, insert the hook around this chain, work 1 single crochet. Simple. Work 3 chains again, 1, 2 and 3, and then just after a chain gap, after this 1 chain gap, we have the single crochet here. The chain in which the single crochet is worked, insert the hook into it, work 1 single crochet, right? Then work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and across this bobble, the next bobble, we have 1 single crochet. See, this is the single crochet. The chain in which this SC is worked, work 1 single crochet in that chain. Now work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3. Now just leave this 1 chain gap and we have this single crochet. So in the chain in which the single crochet is worked, work 1 single crochet in that chain. I hope you're able to understand. Then work 3 chains. Now we have this chain 3 ahead. Around this chain 3, at the center of it, work 1 single crochet. Then work 3 chains. See, we have one inverted shell here. So the chain in which this shell is worked, this chain, insert at the base of it and work 1 single crochet. Now we have this last DC of the shell, so work 3 chains, and this is the last DC of the shell. At the top of this DC here, insert the hook and work 1 single crochet like this. And having created this much, see, we have this join here. Work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and after this chain 2 at this join we have single crochet here between the 2 strands of the single crochet. Insert the hook, work 1 single crochet here like this. This is what we have created. We have created these 3 chain loops and also joined the 2 laces with this chain 7, and we have worked it till here. So then work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and see, we have this shell, inverted shell, and this is the first DC of the shell. This is the inverted shell, this is the first DC of the shell. At the top of it, insert the hook, work 1 single crochet. Then work 3 chains. See, this is how it is. Now work 3 chains. I hope you're getting it correctly. At the base of this shell, the chain in which the shell is created, this is an inverted shell, right? So in this chain now, insert the hook and work 1 single crochet. Simple. Now work 3 chains. Now in this next chain 3 space at the center of it, insert the hook, the second chain, work 1 single crochet here. Work 3 chains again. Now in this chain in which the next shell is created, insert the hook and work 1 single crochet. Now work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and see, this is the last DC of the shell. The shell ends here. This is the inverted shell. Around this DC at the top of it on this side, just work 1 single crochet like this. And nextly, see, we have these 2 shells here. There's a big gap between these 2 shells of the 2 laces. So here, to join them, work 7 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and across all this, see, this is the inverted shell, and around this DC, the first DC, at the top of it we are going to work 1 single crochet like this. Then work 3 chains, and at the base of this shell, in this chain in which this shell is created, insert the hook, work 1 single crochet like this. Then work 3 chains, 1, 2 and 3, and see, we have this chain 3 ahead. At the center of it, work 1 single crochet. Then see, we are going to skip the first single crochet, and after this pom-pom, or after this puff, we have the single crochet just next to it. Work 3 chains, and just after this puff here, we have the single crochet. Into its chain, work 1 single crochet. Then work 3 chains and skip 1 chain, and we have the single crochet ahead. You can also work the single crochet into the single crochet, so just work 1 single crochet into that single crochet, right? Or in its chain also. Then work 3 chains and then skip this chain, and we have 1 single crochet just next to this big popcorn. Work 1 single crochet into that single crochet. Then work 3 chains, and after 1 chain gap we have this single crochet here. Into that single crochet simply work 1 single crochet just before this big popcorn. Then work 3 chains, and after this big popcorn there is 1 single crochet. Work 1 single crochet into it. Then work 3 chains. Skip this next chain 3, and at the base of the shell in this chain 1, just work 1 single crochet like this. And just 1 more loop to go, so work 3 chains, and see, this is the inverted shell, the last shell, and this is the first DC, or from this side is the last DC. So around the last DC, around its top, simply work 1 single crochet like this, right? So here, from this end, beginning from here, we'll begin with the border row 2. So then turn the work and insert the hook around this chain space, pull up a loop and work 1 slip stitch to reach the center of this chain space. And now we are going to work the leaf patterns we worked on the other side of the shawl. So here work 4 chains that stand for a triple crochet, then yarn over twice and work a leaf here with a cluster of 3 triple crochets as we have already done. A leaf is created, then work 8 chains. We are simply working the same leaf pattern. 2 leaves separated by 8 chains. Again, one more leaf cluster of 4 triple crochets, that is called a leaf here, created in the same chain 3 space below. And I'll be calling this unit leaf, chain 8 and leaf as a leaf pattern. So then skip the next chain space ahead and into the next chain space here, create the same leaf pattern. So just work 1 leaf, then work 8 chains, then work 1 leaf into the same chain space below, right? So here I have worked 1 leaf pattern into the first chain, skip 1 chain space and work the second leaf pattern into the third chain space ahead, right? Skip this one, worked in this one. Now here onwards, see, skip the next chain space, work in the next, then we have to just come till here before this chain 7. So skip the next, work in the next, skip the next, work in the next, skip the next, work in the next till here. So just work till here. I'll see you here. See, from here till here I have here 5 such leaf patterns worked before this chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we have 5 leaf patterns worked till here. Worked in 1, left 1, worked in 1, left 1, worked in 1, left 1. Like that we have 5 worked. Now we have this chain 7 ahead. Now we'll work into this chain 7. So into this chain 7 we'll just work 1 leaf pattern. 1 leaf pattern means 1 leaf, chain 8, 1 leaf. So just work a leaf, then work 8 chains and then work a leaf with 4 triple crochet cluster. So just work 1 pattern into this chain 7. 1 pattern is 1 leaf, chain 8, 1 leaf. Right, this is 1 leaf pattern into this chain 7. Nextly, skip the next chain, work in the next chain, skip the next chain, work in the next chain, then skip the next chain, work in the next chain, skip the next chain, work in the next chain, skip the next, work in the next, skip the next, work in the next, skip the next, work in the next and skip the next, and then we have this chain 7 again ahead here. See here. In this chain 7 also just work 1 leaf pattern. 1 leaf pattern means 1 leaf separated by 8 chain, then 1 more leaf. Then skip the next, work in the next, skip the next and work in this last chain space ahead. So just keep moving as I have just stated and I'll see you here at the end. See, I have finished this border row 2 here and work this last leaf pattern as well, and then here see, work this third row of the border in the chain 8 chain loops the same way we have worked it on the end side border of the shawl. So this is a simple pattern. From here turn and work 1 chain and then begin working 4 single crochet, then work a picot with chain 3, then work 4 single crochet and work 1 single crochet between the joining stitch between the 2 leaves here. Again create the same pattern in the next chain 8 loop and go ahead and just work this row of the border on this side as well, the same way we have done it on the end side of the shawl. So I'm not showing it here, you already know that. Just go there and watch it again and work this row the same way. So here our border on the end side of the shawl, on the end side width of the shawl gets completed and we have these picots generated. See, nextly we are simply going to pep this shawl up by adding this 2-colored double tassel. See how beautiful it looks. I have worked it in 2 colors and it's a double tassel. 2 tassels are added to make it, and I have worked it in 2 colors. You can simply add a single tassel if you wish in a single color, the way you like it. It has a string already attached to it and I have thread my needle with that yarn. And for this I have already shared the pattern of this tassel in my channel, so please check the iCard and also in the description box find the link for the same. So in this very first picot, this is how I'm going to attach it. just bring in the thread, and then in this top thread of the tassel, just sew it with the picot like this. See, I want to keep it a little free so it hangs freely through the shawl. And here at the top of this tassel, grabbing a few yarn from the tassel head, I'll just put a couple of knots to secure it well. So I'll just put one more knot at the top of this tassel like this, and it's perfectly attached and it's little loose. See, it's easily dangling. Now from this end, I want to take out my needle all through, passing through both the tassels. So I'll first pass it through the first tassel at the center of it like this, and then I'll just pass it through the red tassel and take it out at the base of this tassel here, because we really want to secure the thread and the tassel has to be really well attached with the shawl. It should be well secured. Now straighten it all up, all the fragments. Just brush them with your fingers like this. It will all fall in place, and then we have this long thread. We simply have to cut it out of the tassel to give it a neat and clean look. So see, our beautiful two-color double tassel is very beautifully attached here. And what I'm going to do here is I'll skip 2 picots. I've worked it in the first picot, then I'm going to skip 2 picots and I'll work in the third picot. So in every third picot, I'm going to add a tassel. So that way I'll be adding 6 tassels on this end of my shawl till end. So just work the tassels, single color or 2 color, and add them at the end of the shawl. So here our pineapple lace shawl with big baubles gets ready, and it looks so elegantly awesome. I loved working it with you. Have fun learning, have fun crocheting. Please do consider subscribing to my channel. That really means a lot. That really motivates a lot. See you next time.